Anybody who's wanting to step into eyeshadow and really want to level up their makeup game, I advise you to go ahead and grab this eyeshadow palette. This is one of my favorites to this day. So let's see how I give you a look with this. Hey you guys, I am back with another YouTube video. This is so exciting because today we're gonna dive deep into eyeshadow. Like, I'm not letting up today until you learn. So it's super simple once you get the hang of it. So I'm teaching you the easiest eyeshadow step, and we're using a cute small palette. So you can't go wrong with these small palettes. This one is by Natasha Denona. She ate with this palette. Like, these are all the colors you need for a simple everyday, even going out type of look. You can switch up the styles. You can do smoky, you could do brown smoky, you can do what's it called, you can do an eyeshadow combo. You can give a look, you can give a cut crease just with this small palette. So anybody who's wanting to step into eyeshadow and really want to level up their makeup game, I advise you to go ahead and grab this eyeshadow palette. This is one of my favorites to this day. So let's see how I give you a look with this. First things first, you want to cover the pigment of your eyelids with some concealer. I'm using the NARS concealer in the shade medium dark number 2 caramel. So I'm just going to wipe this over my eyelid just like that. This is made so the eyeshadow can stick and you're really getting rid of that natural pigment in your eye. Sometimes your eyelids are a little more red or a little more dark than the rest of your face. So you wanna make sure that that's fully covered so none of that can interfere with the eyeshadow that you're about to place down. So you really wanna get that covered. You could even use an eyeshadow base. You can use P. Louise, which is one of my favorites as well. That really allows the eyeshadow to stick. But concealer will work. Shh. I'm recording a video. So you want to go in with a clean, fluffy brush. This is a brush by Morphe. This is Morphe V204. This is one of my go-tos. This is like my favorite brush because I feel like it's fluffy and it really diffuses that eyeshadow. So I always go back to this brush. This is it. I'm going in with that brown transition shade right in the middle, and I'm going to really run that into my brow, in the beginning of my brow, and then I'm gonna bring it down a little bit to the corner of my eye. And that's gonna be a shade for us to transition into the next few colors. This is perfect for every skin tone. This is why I really like this palette, because you could be of lighter skin tone, you could be of darker skin tone, and it really would just work for you. And it was crazy because when I bought it, I was a little like nervous because I'm like, are these shades are gonna work for my skin tone? I'm not really sure. But when I used it, I was like, yeah, this is the palette for me. This is perfect for all the beginners, the beginner makeup artists, the people who just want to know how to do a simple little 1-2 for their eyeshadow every now and again. You can use this. This is perfect for you. Okay, so that's all you need. I'm gonna be using a mirror on here. This is my old contour palette that I'm going to release again. You can see like it's literally banged up because I use it all the time. So I'm gonna be using this so I can see what I'm doing in a close-up mirror. So yeah. So after that shade, we're gonna go to the second darkest shade right in the palette, which is right here. And that shade is called Deep. And I'm just gonna tap it right in there. And you can see how I'm coating my whole brush. And then I'm gonna tap off some of the excess because we don't want too much on there. We just want it fully coated. And I'm going to focus this right on my crease. So it's gonna be a little bit lower than that first shade that we just applied. You can go back into that palette as many times as you want. So I'm focusing this right on my crease and I'm really blending that in so they can just really meet each other where one ends and where one starts. You can see I'm keeping that right in my crease and I'm kind of pulling it closer to my nose. This is all sucking my nose in so we can give you a pinch nose as well as really creating that eyeshadow. So I'm focusing that here in the inner eyelid and focusing it right at the corner of the crease. So I'm going from side to side, really just working that in. This is super simple. So that was the second shade. Boom, bam. We are almost finished now. So now we're gonna take a smaller brush and we're gonna go into this black shade. So this is black. So you really wanna be careful with black. Once you put down black, you cannot pick it up. So it's really, really important that you notice where you're picking up and where you're placing. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit and I'm taking a little brush, hold on. I'm taking this little brush. This is, I believe this is by Morphe as well. Yes, this is a Morphe 506 brush. So I'm taking a little bit of that black, just like that. Taking off that excess because we don't want too much on our brush. And I'm just going to focus that on my inner corner. You see how I just put down a little bit because I really want to build that color. And then we could go back in and we could pick up some more, really build that color. You don't want to pick up too much because black also falls out, it smudges, so you don't want to pick up too much as you go. And you really want to blend that a little bit into that crease and then a little bit onto that lash line. That creates a nice little smoked out wings effect. That's just so pretty. It complements that eye, whether you're going out for the night or out for the day. Oh my God, it just eats. And then what I like to do is kind of flick it out, giving it that winged effect. But I'm having a very light hand when I do that. Very light hand. I'm barely touching it. And then when I get closer to the crease, I go a little deeper. I press down a little harder. So we're gonna add a little bit more. We're really building that black up to where we want it to. We want to be very light-handed with this. And I'm going right on that lash line, and then I'm gonna wing it out just a little bit more. So I'm creating that winged effect. But I'm barely touching it when I'm doing that winged effect, barely. So it could almost look smoked. So that will be how you frame that eye. And I'm kind of blending that into the last two shadows that we just put down, because we want all of those shadows to really marry each other. Here we go. Now I'm gonna do the other side, take off the excess. Start from that outer corner and work my way on that lash line. But I'm staying right here on this outer corner. I'm not moving. There we go. And I'm really just blending that, making sure that all of those colors just meet each other where they're at. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more. I'm gonna focus that on my lash line. And I'm kind of going to, let me move my hair so you can see. I'm going to wing that out just a little bit. Lightly touch it and wing it out. You want to do it very light because black is just super pigmented. So whatever stroke you do, it will show. Keep going and blend all the rest of those colors together. There we go. And now right here, we're just gonna diffuse that rough area. So the key to this is just really blending, making sure everything is placed in the right area. So where you want to focus on is that outer corner. So you want to focus on the outer corner and that lash line. That's where you want the black to be the deepest. Now I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to deepen that black a little bit as well. There we go. And that will prepare for our last two colors on that palette. There we go. Now let's take our last color, our second to last color. We're gonna take a flat brush. We're gonna make sure that our brush is clean. And we're gonna use that second to last shade right there. This one. That's how coated that's gonna be. Tap off the excess. And we are gonna focus this on the eyelid. You see that? That's creating that completed shadow. And we're gonna take the excess on the other side and we're really just patting. So when I'm placing that shadow on the eyelid, I am patting. I'm not really swiping. I am patting because I really want to press that color into that eyelid. Look at that. Gorgeous. And that's it. That's it on the eyelid. Now, the last color, which is the lightest color right here, we're gonna use our smallest brush. So I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna go right into that palette. And I am going to place that right at that inner corner so I can highlight that eye. Look at that. And the other side. That's how you really highlight and bring that eye out. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna put another layer on there. Gorgeous. There we go. And now to complete the eye, I really like to pop out my waterline, so I use black gel eyeliner. The black gel eyeliner that I like to use is from Inglot. I always re-up on this. You can get this from their website or Amazon, I believe. So I like to get mine from Amazon. That comes like the next few days, so I love Amazon. So I go in with a small detailed brush and I get my brush coated like that. And then I look up and I line that waterline. I would advise you use 2 hands and pull your eye down. If I were doing this in front of like a big mirror, I would pull my eye down and go at my waterline like that. That's how I would do it. Cute. And then the other side, you want to pull it down, do the same thing. I need a mirror, sorry. There we go. And that eye kind of looks completed. I love the way it looks. So for that waterline, the same thing we did to the top, you want to do to the bottom, but we're really only using these 2 last colors, which is the brown and the black. So we're gonna clean off this brush that we used for the black. I'm just using like a paper towel. Just cleaning that off, and I'm gonna go in with that brown. And I'm gonna focus that on my waterline. So I'm gonna look up and almost smoking it out on my waterline. We're still using this palette. So this palette is very versatile because you could use it using anything, doing any eyeshadow really. There we go. And then for the black, you want to take a flat brush. I like to take a flat brush because it's really tiny. It can really get close to your waterline. So the brush that I use is super flat and tiny, and I kind of press that black right underneath that gel eyeliner that we just did. And that's going to really bring that eye out. You see? That's nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime. But I love the way that just pops my eye out a little bit. And we're gonna repeat the same step on the other eye. I'm gonna see if I can do it looking into the camera. You see how I'm getting it very close to that waterline? That's what you want to do. So it's easy for you to look up so you can see where you're placing that shadow. Okay. Okay. Okay, the next step, you want to add some mascara. This is in preparation for our lashes that we're going to apply. I like to use Bad Gal Bang by Benefit. This is like my favorite. Like, I don't use anything else really. If I do use something else, it's going to be Essence mascara, which I really love. And this one, because the wand is skinny, so it's easy to get into tight, small places. That's what I love. So to do the mascara, you're gonna look up and kind of wiggle your wand on those lash hairs. Usually on a regular, this is so nice. Usually on a regular day, I would literally leave my lashes just like this. I don't really necessarily like to put lash extensions on, but I will. So this is how your lashes should look before you apply any falsies. Just so you know that they're going to be fully blended. You don't want any floating lashes. You don't want any unblended lashes. So this is the best way to do it, just so you ensure that they're going to be fully blended. And that's it for this eyeshadow look. It was a very simple look, something you can use for every day, something you can use if you're going out, even in the daytime. It's phenomenal. A simple 1, 2, 3. This is minimal effort makeup. So I love to see if you guys tried this look at home. Again, I used the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, which is one of my favorites. So if you guys picked this up, or if you guys tried a similar eyeshadow using this tutorial, please comment and let me know. Please tag me, show me what you've done. I would love to see. So if you guys want a base routine of how I did my face, or a lip combo and a lip combo, let me know that you want to see those things, because I am here to give it to you. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm all things makeup. So let me know if you want to see an updated base routine on how I do my everyday makeup. If you like this video, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, where you'll see more content on beauty, hair, and lifestyle. So if you love those things, come on, join the family, and you'll see me again soon. Bye.